Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
Bitcoin is around that 100,000 mark, hit new highs, 110,000 plus. This is the Trump administration.
Who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand them a little crypto check, right? We'll hand them a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, and in today's tumultuous world, we find ourselves in a precarious economic environment. The dollar does continue to plunge in value. It leaves ordinary Americans scrambling for stability while the landscape of our economy shifts dramatically beneath our feet. Inflation has been soaring, wages are stagnating, and uncertainty continues to hang thick in the air. Unfortunately, this is the legacy of the Biden administration. This is what they left us. Their policies worsened the decline of our dollar and the economy, leaving President Trump a huge mess to clean up. Who exactly is to blame for this perilous state? I think we all know the answer. It's the political left in general. I mean, we see the same effect wherever they are all over the world with their disastrous economic policies that not only devalue our dollar, but also aim to limit the exceptional rise of cryptocurrency. They want to keep us poor, trapped in an outdated system while the world moves forward. If we don't confront this reality head on, the misery is only going to deepen. Now, thankfully, President Trump recognizes the problems at hand, and he's committed to strengthening our economy. He has just signed an executive order that many experts believe has positioned America to be the global leader in cryptocurrency. So what does that mean for you? Well, I'm excited to introduce you to our crypto expert, Dan Ryder, who will help us navigate this extraordinary and historic economic situation. Dan is founder and CEO of Prime DeFi, an amazing company that many of our Turley talkers, including myself, have used to not only get into crypto, but start thriving as the world financial system continues to devalue our assets. Dan, my friend, welcome. Great to see you again.
Likewise, Dr. Steve. Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's always an honor to have you. And you know me, hopefully I won't geek out too much as I listen to you talk, because I just love this crypto stuff. You eat, sleep, drink crypto. You have crypto for breakfast. You're an expert. You're on the front lines. In your estimation, what is the significance of Trump's new executive order? One of his first executive orders that he signed basically wiped away all of the restraints that the previous Biden administration had put on crypto. What's the significance of Trump's new executive order for crypto, and what will it mean for us?
Yeah, I love the swift action that Trump is taking, by the way. Promises made, promises kept, right? He declared during the campaign that he was going to make America the crypto and blockchain capital of the world, right? America would lead. And we have not been in this area. It's been unfortunate until now. But this new executive order, I love the title of it, Strengthening American Leadership in Digital Financial Technology, right? This is an amazing executive order. He signed it within 3 days of taking office, and it did 5 key things for the crypto industry in America, and I think the world, right? The easy and quick stuff, finally prohibiting central bank digital currencies, right? Or CBDCs. Anyone who's been scared of that, the last 4 years have been kind of dark at times. We saw the World Economic Forum, the EU, kind of aligning around this narrative of having these digital, controllable currencies that infringe on personal liberties. And there was a real scare, I think, in America that we were headed on that path too. So number one, it prohibited that, right, which is a huge, huge win. It finally made it safe again for companies to actually develop blockchain technology. It made it lawful for us to not only use blockchain networks and pursue DeFi and self-custody, DeFi, decentralized finance, self-custody, individual ownership of digital assets. This was something that has been kind of shunned or chased away. You had crypto founders who were trying to build and innovate from America being chased down by the boogeyman, right?
Yep.
And we were driving business offshore. There were threats of criminal activity by these app developers, right? Since when is an app developer a criminal for trying to revolutionize humanity with new technology, right? That's almost like saying we should lock up Bill Gates for every terrorist action that occurred using a Windows computer. Is it
Right.
Bill Gates's fault? No. But anyway, I can go on my whole my whole rant on that. But this executive order declared that we need to protect the lawful use of blockchain networks and allow self-custody and DeFi and digital assets to thrive and be uncensored, right? So that was another big thing. There's a point for finalizing regulation around anything unclear in America, right? We'll see that come to fruition finally. A lot of work was being done leading up into this moment, so that was one of the points. We're gonna cross the finish line on anything that's remotely unclear about what these assets are. And two others that I love, right? Promoting dollar-backed stablecoins. What is a stablecoin? It is a digital representation on the blockchain of a US dollar. And we both know that the dollar is declining. And there's not too much we can do about that in terms of value. However, what we can do to protect the US dollar is to make sure that we stay the world's reserve currency. And I think we're going to do that not on value, but on competing on features, right? Not necessarily value, but features. You could argue value, but the bottom line is the dollar is the most widespread currency that's redeemable and acceptable across most nation states around the world. And if we have money moving towards decentralized financial markets, right, these parallel markets, the dollar needs to stay dominant. And so we need to promote dollar-backed stablecoins. This is going to be huge for the banking industry, and it's just going to be huge to keep America number one. So this is one of the huge things, which I think is really powerful because people understand dollars. So if you can start using this stuff with digital dollars or stablecoins, that's one step closer to most of us here in America being able to understand crypto, not be intimidated or confused by it, and see the benefits of it. Just like the internet changed our day-to-day lives. At first, it seemed confusing, and now no longer, right?
Right.
And finally, one thing that has been really kind of dark over the last 4 years is a really unfair punishment and debanking of crypto innovators. So this executive order, it ensured fair and open access to banking services for companies that are identifying as crypto builders, right? Crypto innovative companies, blockchain builders. They need banking services. It's this merger of Web 2 and Web 3. We need banking services. We want to do business in America as blockchain and crypto companies. And so, unfortunately, over the last couple of years, some of these innovators in the space were getting debanked. We actually had bank failures, which that's a whole other can of worms. But this executive order protects open and fair access to banking services. If you're a crypto company, you're no longer going to be shunned as a criminal for wanting to develop this technology, which promotes personal liberties, right, in the world of finance.
I mean, that leads me to the next question of kind of, what did we dodge, as it were? Well, I guess we suffered through. We didn't quite dodge it, but how did the overreach of the previous administration how far did it threaten crypto in your view?
Oh man, it was an all-out attack. Anyone in the market paying attention knew what was going on. I think the average American probably not paying attention to crypto over the last 4 years until more recently when things are booming now, especially under Trump. We're going to see crypto soar. But we saw a lot of deterring actions to stifle the growth of the industry. I think for reasons of control, right? You wanted big players like BlackRock, etc. They wanted to get in the game, And so they needed kind of a runway to do this. And so you saw things like Operation Choke Point. This was this thing that was never fully confirmed. However, it was a strategic, debanking essentially of crypto companies, crypto exchanges, places where people would use a service like Coinbase or a similar exchange to get fiat money into crypto. You had a lot of these platforms that rely on traditional banking to conduct businesses as usual, getting debanked or getting turned away. And so that it really stifled the ability for new money to come into the crypto industry, which is really sad. And we even had banking failures. If you remember Silvergate, Signature Bank.
So I was going to say Signature. Yep.
Silicon Valley Bank. It's funny, when we had the bank failures, the interesting thing, why did those happen? Not because of crypto per se. We had the COVID pandemic, crashing markets and repricing bonds, long-term bonds. So you had a lot of banks over leveraged on bonds. Right?
Yeah, big time.
Long story short, there wasn't enough cash in the drawers for a lot of banks to meet the demand in case there was a quote unquote run on the bank, which is when people would want to deposit more than the bank had on hand, right? All banks operate on fractional reserve banking. They literally, what that means is they don't have enough cash in the drawers, right?
Right.
And so what was interesting though is the prior administration cherry-picked these three banks in particular and forced them to fail. They forced a closure, considering them to be operating at risky levels. However, their books were no different than other banks, right? That were all dealing with the same issue with these bond yields expiring, et cetera. But they targeted those three banks. Why? Because they were offering services to big crypto companies, right? So it was a way to shoot the the on ramp, blow up the on ramp. If you shut off a major entrance lane to a highway, you're going to have traffic back up, right? And then you have no access.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people called this Operation Choke Point. And so that was just one of the strategies that we saw the prior administration, powers that be, to slow down crypto, to allow them more time to get in the game and start buying it up. You see BlackRock buying billions and billions of dollars, over $100 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs were acquired by traditional Wall Street in the last year. And, they needed that runway. So they needed Operation Choke Point. They needed all these targeted attacks on crypto to slow it down, to give them an opportunity to get in the game and try to control it, because they can't stop it. So they want to control it.
Right. That's the coolest thing about just this whole realm of cyberspace and how it literally is a cryptocosm at this point. So it's beyond any one government's control. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, boy, they could sure put up all kinds of, I love how you put it, kind of these on ramp the obstacles that they can obstruct and the like. And it seems to me it's even worse than I realized. But now we're here, and we have this opportunity that's just, I mean, you and I have talked just offline, as it were, about just what the extraordinary opportunity that the golden age offers for the cryptocosm, the crypto world. How does this rising crypto world, how does it translate, just generally speaking, into hope for Americans who are feeling concerned about their own financial situation or just their finances in general? It almost seems like kind of the whole Bretton Woods system is just starting to kind of, bang up against the limits of what it can, this post World War II financial system. It seems like it's just hit its limits. There's almost in a Malthusian kind of sense. And now you've got this whole cyberspace reality that doesn't even begin to know limits, opening up, and money is a part of that. How does this rising world translate into hope for Americans that are feeling kind of financially stuck right now?
Yeah, I think this is a huge opportunity for the average American to get ahead faster than anything else I've seen. I mean, I haven't been around as long as others. I've been around for a couple of decades now. I turned 40 recently. But I've seen a little,
You have such a youngin' face. Look at you.
I hope people keep saying that as I continue to age.
That's right. That's
Um,
right.
but we haven't seen that many huge opportunities with uh, world-changing technology that allows uh, for a transfer of wealth, right? And
Yeah.
this is one of them. We're seeing finance be totally reimagined,
Wow.
redefined. This is a new era of finance, and what people can do, the easy button here is just to look where the puck is going and start taking action. Right? You see, uh, Jerome Powell, chair of uh, the Fed,
That's
right?
good.
Uh, Recently calling Bitcoin, right, comparing Bitcoin to gold, right? So
Yep.
the narrative that you're seeing now, especially with the Trump administration coming in, and Jerome Powell is a relic of
Yeah.
the prior 4 years,
That's
but
right.
so to see this pivot in the conversation, Bitcoin on par with gold,
Yeah.
um, America, crypto capital of the world,
Yeah.
uh, taking U.S. dollars, digitizing them so we can spend them across blockchain networks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Big sovereign money wanting to come in and own this stuff. So Americans need to act swiftly, because the advantage we have as individuals is that we are light and we are nimble compared to an asset manager like BlackRock that has $10 trillion and more red tape than you and I could ever imagine, right? To deal with. It will take them years to achieve their targets. And
Hence why they needed all those regulative roadblocks to keep the market
yes,
inordinately down while they were slowly yes, absolutely. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And
Yeah.
now it's so early. Even now with Bitcoin, hitting, dancing around $100,000 per Bitcoin, people think they missed it. They think they missed it. Yet blockchain is growing faster than the rate of adoption of the internet. And when you model that out, Steve, by 2030, 2030, 2032, if you look at the value of the average person in crypto now and you model out the rate of growth, just going out a few years from now, you're looking at a market cap of crypto of over $100 trillion. Right? That is real math. The current
Wow.
market cap is a little over 3 trillion. That's a 30x. Okay. So yes, Bitcoin has seen $100,000 per Bitcoin, but we haven't seen anything yet. So the
Right.
time is now to act. And within crypto, embracing decentralized finance and learning what it means to self custody and take control of your crypto, not just leave it on an exchange, but really understand what it means to take control and have that freedom to participate in this opportunity, because there's more than just buying crypto and building wealth over time. There's cash flow opportunities right now
Yes.
because of how
Yes.
early things are. And so that's what we do as a business. We help people understand how they can break into this, do it conservatively. You hear all the nut job stories about meme coins and
Right.
people
Right.
taking what seem like irresponsible and almost, I would dare say, degenerate bets on things to try to
Yeah.
get ahead. You don't have to do it that way. There's
Right.
some real smart, intelligent, conservative investing opportunities here, and people need to know about it. People need to know
Yeah.
about it, and they need to act on it now before it's too late.
It's so awesome. I'm so glad you brought it up. So you and I have been working together a little bit off on the side. Dan has been my mentor. He has been my tutor on crypto as I've been learning the ropes, as it were. It is fascinating. DeFi, decentralized finance, is an absolutely fascinating, amazing, incredible world. Can you just give us some action items? What can we do? I know there's a link down below where you can click the link, book a call with you and your team. What should we
Yeah,
do to take advantage of this amazing opportunity? Because a lot of people, I know a lot of our listeners never have bought. They don't have a Coinbase account. They've never bought. They don't know where to begin with crypto. And what's the coolest thing about Prime DeFi is you guys start as if we didn't know anything, and you literally sort of what's the term? I mean, you just walk us slowly and patiently into the world of crypto. The community that you guys have built online are amazing. We chat here or there. It's just so cool. And
yeah,
um, give us some action items of what we can do, especially for those who have never done anything with crypto before.
yeah. And that's something that we learned as we started to do this. I didn't anticipate this. What I found was that when I looked at the data, 77% of America's wealth right now is held by baby boomers and older Generation X individuals, right? Those two generations control 77% of the wealth. Yet, if you look at all the purchasers of crypto right now, that's why I'm saying like it's so early, especially for these people in these demographics. All of crypto is purchased 6% by those demographics, right? Only 6% of all crypto sales in America come from the two generations that are the wealthiest, right? And so this really is kind of a first mover advantage situation. But the problem is these two generations especially also feel intimidated, confused, overwhelmed by this stuff. And so what we found was that that's who we started to cater to because they needed the most help. And so we developed this process, like you said, where we can take people through step by step. And so the first thing that you can do is we offer people consultations to talk to us where we can see, okay, we can look at your circumstance. We can point you in the right direction because there's only so much we could do. We can't help everyone in America, but we'll give you some key action steps on how you can get involved. And if it makes sense for us to help you, we will review that with you so you can know what your next steps would be. And so I'd say a simple step you could do is just literally get on a free consultation with us and talk to us about our program and see if it makes sense for you. Because I think for a lot of Americans, especially in these demographics, they'd be surprised to see how much it does make sense. And we've proven it. We've worked with over 1,000 people in our community. And I'm real proud of the fact that we have 30% of our complete beginner, neophytes getting into this stuff in under a month, right? Oh, no, sorry, 30% within 1 week, they're up and running, and 75% within 1 month.
Wow.
I was blown. I didn't believe it until I actually looked at the survey data, and I was like, wow, we learned how to help these folks over the last few years because we've been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, jump on a call with us, and if we can't help you, we'll point you in the right direction.
I just love how you take the mystery out of it. I mean, again, just for a lot of people, crypto is just so new. Like you said, it's a whole new conception of money, and they're still a little bit suspicious about it and that kind of stuff. I mean, this program, Prime DeFi, just takes all the mystery out. It's so logical. It makes so much sense. You're going to be kicking yourself you didn't do this earlier. I'm telling you, that's what you're going to be doing. I've been working with Dan, Prime DeFi, for weeks now. They've been showing me the ropes in the world of crypto. They've taught me so much. It's been amazing. If you've always wanted to learn about the world of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana, and you just want to take control of your financial future, you have got to scan that QR code or click the link below to schedule your free call with Dan and his team. They're absolutely amazing. Again, like I said, I'm going through their training right now as we speak, and it is awesome. I will be a fellow student there with you, so make sure you sign up. We can chat on Dan's platform. It's amazing. So don't miss this opportunity to change the trajectory of your financial future. This is a historic opportunity. Let's take it together. Dan, you're awesome. Let's have you back real soon. The golden era is beyond our wildest imagination. It's great to be on this ride with you.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.